Everything begins with Michael Mason, a former government assassin living in total isolation on a remote Scottish island. Some time ago, Michael cut ties with his agency and has been on the run ever since. He's a lonely man who spends his days playing chess and drinking himself numb, his only companion a dog he hasn't even bothered to name. Hours later, a boat approaches the island. On board is a young woman named Jessie, sent to deliver a supply order to Michael. When she reaches the shore, she knocks on the door and leaves the package at the entrance. But at that exact moment, the sky darkens and a violent storm erupts. The boat's captain, Jessie's uncle, frantically calls for her to come back. She rushes toward the boat and manages to climb aboard, but the vessel is violently overturned by the crashing waves. Realizing how dangerous the storm has become, Michael races to help. He launches his own boat and fights through the wind and rough seas. When he reaches the wreckage, he's horrified to find Jessie unconscious, trapped beneath the water. Her uncle has already perished. Michael pulls Jessie from the sea and brings her back to shore. He desperately performs CPR until she finally coughs up the water and begins to breathe again. Back at the cabin, a terrified Jessie wakes up and demands to know why he didn't call the police. Michael coldly avoids the question, instead examining the swelling in her ankle. Jessie feels like a prisoner, remembering how her uncle warned her that the lighthouse was abandoned. Michael bluntly tells her she must leave once she recovers, revealing that he knows about her painful past. Her mother is gone, and she has no one left. As the days pass, the tension between them grows, and Jessie's wound shows signs of infection. Michael eventually reveals that he served as a Marine alongside her uncle. While treating her injury, he offers a dark piece of advice: never use a weapon out of fear. Stay calm. Control your emotions if you want to survive. The next day, Jessie finds Michael deeply focused on his chessboard. He realizes her wound isn't healing properly and decides to leave the island to buy medical supplies. While he's gone, Jessie explores the house and discovers old drawings and toys from Michael's past. It's there that she decides the dog deserves a name and starts calling him Jack. Meanwhile, in London, a man named Stephen is being questioned about Tiche, an artificial intelligence system that uses surveillance cameras to track people of interest. Authorities decide the AI must be shut down immediately. Stephen later meets with the Prime Minister to discuss continuing operations off the books. At the same time, technicians analyzing intelligence data uncover Michael Mason's location. Records tie him to a past government bombing incident. MI6 dispatches agents to investigate and eliminate him. Michael returns home and treats Jessie's wound with the medicine he bought. They eat together, almost comfortably, but Michael's instincts tell him something is wrong. He peers out the window with binoculars and sees a boat full of armed men racing toward the island. He immediately orders Jessie to hide in the bathroom, lock the door, and stay silent until he comes for her. The mercenary team approaches cautiously, unaware that Michael has rigged the island with deadly traps. With a swift move, he slices a rope, triggering a massive rock that drops and snares several men in a net. Gunfire erupts. As the mercenaries try to surround the house, Michael moves like a ghost, taking them out one by one. One soldier manages to get inside the cabin. The dog attacks him and is shot multiple times. After killing the dog, the man grabs Jessie and flees. Michael kills another enemy outside, then hears Jessie scream. He shoots her captor and rescues her, telling her to hide while he checks the house. Inside, he finds his dog dead. He silently strokes him one last time, grief etched across his face. At that moment, Michael decides it's time for revenge. He takes Jessie, and together they escape the island by boat. Back at MI6 headquarters, Command is stunned. Their Alpha team has been completely wiped out. They question who this man really is. He doesn't match the terrorist profile they were hunting. Digging deeper, they discover the CIA database was altered to conceal his true identity. Michael Mason isn't a terrorist. He's a former elite operative who was believed to have died 10 years earlier after refusing a mission to assassinate a nuclear scientist. Michael and Jesse reach a small town, both wounded and on edge. Michael hands Jesse a gun and gives her a firm order. If anyone approaches, she must shoot without hesitation. Michael enters a nearby house searching for medical supplies, but a man suddenly appears and points a gun at him. What the man doesn't realize is that Jesse is standing right behind him, calm and steady, aiming at his head to protect Michael. The man helps Michael treat his gunshot wound, but the uneasy truce doesn't last. Police soon surround the house after the homeowner's son alerts them. The man steps outside, trying to distract the officers, but chaos erupts. He's shot directly in the forehead and killed instantly. Several officers break into the house, but Michael takes them down with ease. He and Jesse escape through the back, stealing a patrol car and igniting a high-speed chase. An assassin named James pursues them relentlessly, firing to kill, until Michael executes a flawless maneuver and rams James's car. James survives the crash, steals another vehicle, and continues the pursuit. Back at MI6, the truth finally comes out. Roberta Frost speaks with veteran agent Stephen Manafort, who reveals the existence of a secret program called Black Kites, elite operatives who worked completely outside the law. Michael was the best of them. Michael and Jesse's uncle had served together as Marines. Michael was ordered to kill a nuclear scientist, but his conscience stopped him. He spared the man and vanished. That's why the agency wants him dead now. Michael is a loose end who knows too much. As they speed down the road, Jesse finally asks Michael the question she's been holding back. She wants to know who he really is. Michael, in a rare moment of honesty, admits that he wasn't always a broken man hiding on an island, but that his past makes everything complicated. Jesse tells him she'd rather live with complications than be completely alone, reminding him that she lost her family too. As they drive on, a traffic camera captures their car. Elsewhere, Stephen intercepts the footage and deletes it, erasing them from the TIA's system entirely. He manipulates the network to hide their trail, choosing to hunt them on his own. Michael and Jesse arrive at a church to meet one of Michael's old contacts. The man takes them back to his home, where they discuss what's happening. He explains how MI6 found Michael. Someone altered the TIA system, placing a kill order on the contact under the identity of the terrorist Shumov. Jesse overhears the conversation and learns two painful truths. The man is dying of cancer, and Michael planned to leave her there to keep her safe. Heartbroken, she confronts them, saying she already knows she's a burden, then walks away. The friend admits he can't take care of her. He doesn't have much time left. Their only option is to contact a smuggler who can get Jesse out of the country. Suddenly, the silence breaks. Michael hears footsteps. The assassin James has arrived. Michael orders Jesse to get to a corner just as gunfire tears through the room. A brutal firefight erupts. When James is about to finish Michael, Jesse steps in with a gun, distracting the attacker long enough for Michael to break free. They sprint to the friend's car and escape at full speed as bullets rip through the bodywork. They make their way to a London nightclub to meet a contact who can provide Jesse with a new identity. Michael proposes a deal, a clean identity and safe passage for Jesse in exchange for him cutting off the head of the snake, Stephen, and burying all the secrets. The contact agrees, handing over an envelope containing a passport, an ID, and $20,000. As they try to leave the club, Stephen's tactical team attacks. Michael takes them down one by one. But in the chaos, Jesse is dragged into a van. Michael snaps, cutting through anyone in his way until he rescues her. They escape on a motorcycle, racing toward the docks. At the boat that will take Jesse out of the country, she clings to Michael, crying. She doesn't want to leave. She wants to stay with him. Suddenly, gunshots ring out again. To save her, Michael shoves her toward the boat and tells her this is the only way he can keep her safe. The boat pulls away as Jesse screams his name, leaving Michael alone on the dock to face James. Both men run out of ammunition, and the fight turns brutal and personal, hand to hand, fueled by desperation. After a savage struggle, Michael finally kills James. Later, Michael arrives at Stephen Manafort's house. The man who betrayed him erased the footage and hunted him down. The two confront each other. Stephen tries to persuade Michael to return, insisting they're the same and that Michael should reclaim the life he once wanted. Michael refuses. He says he chose his humanity over blind obedience. Without hesitation, Michael shoots Stephen, delivering justice for everyone who died. The final scene takes us to Ronda, Spain. Jesse sits alone, reading a book, apparently safe. MI6 analysts monitor surveillance feeds and note that Michael managed to hide her well. Jesse receives an envelope. Inside is a chess queen, the same piece from Michael's board. She turns, scanning the crowd, hoping to see him. From the shadows, Michael watches just long enough to be sure she's safe. Then he disappears before she can spot him. He becomes a ghost once again, but this time, Jesse knows she's not alone. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this channel. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe and support the journey. See you in the next one.